How's it going, guys? How's it going? We're live. It's late night. It's 11 p.m. on the East Coast. It's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Lone Wolf Oosel is live, bringing you some follow-up to the Webby we just finished watching. Ladies and gentlemen, some good stuff. This is some good stuff. One guy only has the mustache, the other guy only has the beard. Man, it's weird. Just weird. I know it's kind of strange. We're listening to the music from the other stream. Tell you what I'm gonna do. As people are filtering over, we'll fade one song out, and we'll start a different one. Oh yeah. Welcome to the Late Night Live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Late Night Live. We're getting the live. It's not the weekend song. It's the live show song, Eileen. It's not just the weekend song. It's the live show song because we're live on the weekend. Everybody get over here. Get over here. We're getting ready to get started. What's up, Marty? What's up, Kat? What's up, Eileen? Bro, you're in here, right? Shiloh, good to see you. Mental Maker. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And just so everybody knows, this is actually two back-to-backs. I don't know if everybody saw the gem that I released right before the premiere. It's with Pro Tem Judge Sanders out of Cowlitz County. If you hadn't seen that one, I'm going to roll that one in right at the very end here. Because, man, it's good. And I think everybody deserves to comment on it, right? It's a comment-worthy video. Right? That's my thinking, though. But we're going to start in Kansas. We're getting things started in Kansas. Going back into Webby's docket that we were just looking at there. We had an interesting guy in one of the squares there, Mr. Brinkley, Mr. Levi Brinkley. We're gonna hear all about his case, a few others that happened right after him. Man, it's fun. Man, it's fun. And ladies and gentlemen, you know how this goes. It all starts right now.
Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
David Brickley, or Levi David Brickley. Try this again.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. We are on the record in 2025, TR 822, State of Kansas versus Levi David Brickley. Jared Regier for the state, Mr. Brickley in person and pro se. Mr. Brickley, in count one, you're accused of driving 87 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. This is a traffic infraction. It carries no jail time, but there is a scheduled fine of $87 plus your court costs of $114. In count two, you're charged with driving without the required ignition interlock following a DUI. That is a Class A non-person misdemeanor. The sentence could be up to 12 months. The fine could be up to $2,500. You do have the right to hire an attorney or apply for court appointed, or you can waive your right and represent yourself. Do you wish to have an attorney, Mr. Brickley?
No, I will waive my right and represent myself.
All right, well, this could be a serious charge. It could have an effect on your license. Are you sure you don't want to talk to an attorney?
Yes,
Yes, you're sure?
I'm sure.
All right. Is anyone making you waive your right to an attorney?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then I will have the record reflect that you're knowingly and voluntarily waiving your right to counsel. And how do you want to plead to driving 87 in a 70?
I will plead guilty.
Guilty. And how do you wish to plead to count 2, driving without required ignition interlock?
I plead guilty.
By pleading guilty, you're admitting that you did do both of these charges.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone making you enter these pleas today by threats or promises?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you're giving up your right to a trial, that you'll probably be found guilty and unable to appeal your convictions?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that a finding of guilt could, I don't know that it would, but it could have some consequences on your driver's license in Topeka.
Yes, I do understand.
Oh, well. And tell me what you were driving. Were you speeding 87 when the speed limit was 70?
Yes, Your Honor. I was going to a men's retreat at my church, and it was first thing in the morning. It was like 6:45 in the morning, and it was just dusk. My friend doesn't see very well when he drives, and he asked me to drive, and I made the stupid decision. I told him yes, I would drive, and we were in the middle of a conversation. I normally don't drive his vehicle because I drive mine that has the ignition interlock in it that I stay on top of, but I chose to drive his vehicle. I'm not used to driving it and wasn't paying attention to my speed, and I slipped up and I made a mistake in both ways.
All right. So your vehicle that you normally drove had an ignition interlock as required, but his didn't, and you hadn't intended to drive it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And was this April 12th of 2025?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the officer says 6:37 in the morning. That sounds right to you from what you've said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And were you on K254 highway somewhere around mile marker 22 west?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where was that? Right outside of El Dorado or?
Yes, we had just passed, what is that, 196 that goes up to Newton. I had just went under that.
Okay. And the speed limit posted was 70, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were going 87. Okay. And at the time, you've told me you didn't have the ignition interlock. So I find that you do know what you're doing and you're doing it voluntarily with this plea. And you've given me a basis for it, so I will find you guilty of both 1 and 2. Mr. Regier, recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor. With respect to count 1, the speeding, the state is prepared to recommend the scheduled fine as well as the imposition of court costs. With respect to count 2, the state is prepared to recommend a suspended jail sentence of 8 months as well as a $100 fine. The state is further recommending a 12-month probation period. The state has no objection to that being a non-reporting probationary period given the circumstances of this case.
Very well. Mr. Brickley, you don't have to say anything, but you're welcome to before I pronounce your sentence.
I don't have anything I need to say, but I apologize that first time we tried to jump on and I couldn't get it working. So
No, you're fine. I appreciate the fact that you're here timely. You make a respectful presentation of your appearance, and I appreciate that. So at this time, I wanted to double check the fine. I think I looked it up and I remember what it was. The scheduled fine on count 1, 87 in a 70 is $87, and that will be the order of the court. On count 2, the court will impose a $100 fine along with court costs of $108 for a total due of, I believe that's $305. Your sentence will be 8 months, but that will be suspended provided you successfully complete a 12-month non-reporting probation. You will not have to see a probation officer, but for 12 months, you will still be on probation. The conditions are pretty straightforward. The first one is don't violate any laws during this 1 year. The second is pay the total due. And when can you pay that? Can you do that within 30 days?
I will head that way after we get done here.
All right, I'm just going to make it within 30 days, but if you can go to the courthouse and pay personally, that'd be great. Then that means all you have to do is don't violate any laws. And the other thing, the third condition, is you do need to get your picture and prints taken. I don't think you've done that yet.
No, I have not.
I don't know if they could fit you in while you're headed that way or not, but I'll put you in a breakout room with court security too, and he'll tell you when they need you to go out there and do that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, I believe the court had previously referred to certain administrative penalties pursuant to KSA 81017 subsection C. Beyond that, I have nothing further.
Oh, you're talking about, I don't know the number you're referencing. Is that the one that Topeka might be living? Or is
That is the state's understanding based off a reading of the statute, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I don't think I have to suspend. They'll take care of that if they need anything, right?
Your Honor, pursuant to KSA 81017 subsection C, two, quote, in addition to any other penalties provided by law on a conviction of a violation of subsection A for the divisions shall restart the original ignition airlock restriction period on the person's driving privileges.
All right. So that's the division doing that. And they've either contacted you or they will if they want to restart your time period or whatever they want to do, Mr. Berkeley. But
Yes,
that's
Your Honor.
outside my bailiwick.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. Okay, you may go at this time, but go into the breakout room with court security too. Look for the invitation to a breakout room on your screen.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Jonathan Newkirk. We are on the record in 2025 TR1 State versus Jonathan Wade Newkirk. Jared Regier for the state, Mr. Newkirk in person. Mr. Newkirk, in count 1, you're charged with driving while suspended. The B misdemeanor with up to 6 months in jail and a fine anywhere from $100 to $1,000. In count 2, you're charged with registration or tag violation, unclassified misdemeanor, penalties up to $2,500 in fines and 30 days to 6 months in jail. And count 3, driving without proof of insurance, a B misdemeanor, minimum fine $300 up to $1,000 and a possible 6-month sentence. But probation is an option in all of these. Mr. Newkirk, do you intend to have an attorney? You can hire one or apply for court appointed. Of course, you can always waive it, but do you want to hire or apply?
I mean, yeah, probably because I was unaware that my license was suspended, and I thought I was on a.
You don't have to say anymore. You've got some significant issues here. So, are you employed at this time, Mr. Newkirk?
I'm not.
And how long have you been unemployed?
Maybe a year or so.
Okay. Any sources of income?
No.
And who supports you at this time?
Basically my dad.
Okay.
All
right. Well, I am going to appoint attorney Darren Patterson. Have you had Mr. Patterson before?
I haven't, but I have met him. I know of him. So.
All right. So you know his office is across from the courthouse. And do you have a pencil to write down his number?
Shoot. No, no. I'm
Yeah.
sure I could. Can I
Yeah.
find it online? I should be able to find it.
Do you
I
have,
think.
do you have a telephone that you can write it on?
Yeah, here, let me try that.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Alrighty.
You call him as soon as court is over and tell him your court date is. We still have one or two left on September 22nd, Destiny.
Yes, Your Honor, it's the last one.
All right, September 22nd at 8 a.m., Mr. Newkirch.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. And you are on bond. I will continue that bond with the added condition that you call Mr. Patterson today and you be back here with him at 8 o'clock, September 22nd.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything further, Mr. Regier?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll take up Denise Jones. On the record in 2020. Hello. We are on the record in 2025 TR 779, State of Kansas versus Denise N. Jones. Jared Regier appears for the state. Miss Jones appears in person and pro se. Miss Jones, it looks like you're here on one count of driving while suspended after a prior conviction.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
prior conviction does elevate this to a Class A, which means not only
What's
is your
that?
fine up to 2,500, but you're also looking at a mandatory must serve 5 days minimum in jail up to a year. Because of the potential mandatory jail time, do you want to hire an attorney or apply for court appointed?
Court appointed, because I'm on a fixed income and I have me and my son, so
Okay.
I don't
And
know how much the court appointed would be.
well, if you're found guilty, you may have to pay a portion of the fees based on your ability, if any. If you don't have any ability to pay, you won't pay. If you could pay,
Okay.
you might pay up to maybe 250. But tell me, you said you're on a fixed income. What is that income?
I get disability.
Okay, and is that about 900 or 1,400?
It's 987.
Okay, and you have a minor son that you support, or is he an adult?
Yeah, he's 4.
4? Oh, he's not even close to adult. Okay. And no other income?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to appoint an attorney. Are you able to write down his name and number?
Yes, ma'am.
It's Darren, Darren. And
Okay.
the traditional spelling of Patterson, Patterson. His
Okay.
phone number is 316
Okay.
322
322
7700.
770
0.
0.
2 sevens, 2 zeros.
Okay. And 3 and 2 twos.
Yes, 3 and 2 twos, then 2 sevens
Okay.
and 2 zeros. 322 7700.
Okay.
And I'm going to set your court date for Monday, October 6th at 8 a.m. by Zoom again.
Okay. October 6th.
Yes,
Okay.
8 in the morning, 8 a.m.
Okay.
All right. And then one other thing I need you to do, Miss Jones, is to accept an invitation on your screen shortly to a breakout room. You're going to
Okay.
get your picture and prints taken, and I'm going to
Okay.
set your bond at 2,500 OR. You won't have to put the money up unless you come to court or fail to go out and get your picture and prints taken.
Where do I take my pictures at?
The officer will tell you that when you get in the breakout room with him.
Okay.
So the next thing you're going to do is take the invitation to the breakout room and talk to the officer. Then you're going to go talk to Darren Patterson by telephone.
Okay.
You're going to be back here on that date in October. And don't forget to go out and get your picture and prints taken somewhere in between at the date and time he gives you, which will probably be just in a day or two.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe a week or two. I don't know. All right. Anything else, Miss Jones?
No, ma'am. You have a great day.
You too. Anything further, Mr. McGear from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We'll be in recess. Miss Jones, look for that breakout room.
Stay where you are. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm telling you right now, go somewhere. You're going to be upset because where are my things when I'm looking for my thing? Why is that's not right. That's not right. Right? Is that not right? That's not right. Oh, I understand. I understand what's going on now. Because this is what I'm looking for. All right. So, that's right. This is right. You're on point with us, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that little presentation. But I'm going to back things up to just before we did our premiere earlier tonight. Hi, Eileen. How you doing? Just before we did our premiere tonight, I did a little drop. This was gold. I thought this was hilarious, short, funny, and I think I just want to watch it with all of you. So let's enjoy it together, shall we? Oh, and remember,
Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, Mr. Browning, if you could please unmute. We are just waiting for Mr. Lewisell to join. If both parties could please unmute and turn on their video feeds, if possible.
Hello.
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 All right, we're here in 25S000100. We have the plaintiff David Lewisell present, and we have defendant Ricardo Browning present as well. However, is it Richard or Ricardo?
It's Richard.
That's weird. In our system, there's an O added to the end of it. So Richard Browning. So I see that both parties are present. However, Mr. Lewisell, you did not file documentation for proof of service that you served Mr. Browning.
I was served 8:45 last night, Your Honor.
Yeah, it wasn't until yesterday. I haven't been able to find him, Your Honor. It's every time it's been, and it wasn't him that hit me either. It was somebody else driving
I'm
his
sorry,
car.
I'm just here to talk about procedural stuff.
Okay, all right.
So Mr. Browning is here. He said he was served, so I don't quite understand your statement that you're unable to find him if he is here. You do need to file proof of service with the court. That is a document that you need to download off the court and you need to file with us. So that's what we need to proceed. And also, sir, if Mr. Browning is not the correct individual that you could obtain money from, it would be upsetting if we went through this whole process only for me to have to dismiss it when we get to trial because he's not the right individual that you should be suing for money.
I don't know the man's name. He was the guy that hit me said that he was a off-duty police officer and that he was studying to be a cop. And I didn't call the police when I got hit. I went home.
So you don't know who actually hit you, sir? So how did you come up with Mr. Browning?
I don't know the man's name.
Mr. Browning, do you know who Mr. Lewisell is?
Your Honor, I sued Mr. Lewisell 2 months ago because I paid for a vehicle and he didn't receive it. The judge gave me a ruling on it. He asked it to go through court again and he didn't show. And now I'm hearing this. I've never heard of any wreck or I don't know anything about what he's talking about. This is the first I've heard about it. Since he got a judgment against him for not paying paying me, giving me the vehicle. I haven't heard anything until
Okay.
now. I'm just
Okay.
this last night.
Mr.
saying 9 o'clock
Lewisell,
today.
is Mr. Browning the individual who hit your car?
No, he's not the individual that hit me. He was in his vehicle that hit me.
No.
Yeah, that's just what I've been told. I don't even
So
know
you
why
don't
I was
actually know,
taken to court.
because if we go forward with the trial and it turns out that Mr. Browning has nothing to do with this, that would be an extreme waste of judicial resources.
It was not him driving. It was somebody else driving the car.
Mr. Browning, do you know who was driving the car that hit Mr. Lewisell?
I don't have a car. I have trucks.
That's not my question.
It was a white truck that hit me.
You just said a car.
Okay, well, regardless, Mr. Browning, I am asking you right now, are you aware of Mr. Lewisell, an individual that hit him in a truck or a car?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. No, not at all.
He
This is the
took me
first
to
I've heard of
court
it.
for the accident, Your Honor.
This is the first I've heard of it.
He took me to court for the accident that happened. And I had missed the court because I couldn't get my phone to go on the Zoom. I wrote a letter to the judge, but they sent it to my address to where my house burned down. I wasn't living there.
Okay. Well,
Your Honor, the case that I filed against him was not for a wreck. It was because I paid for a vehicle that he never gave me.
No,
and that's why I sued him for it. If you look at the court documents, I paid for a vehicle. He never paid me for it, and that's what I got the judgment for. It had nothing to do with no wreck.
Hey guys, thank you. 1 second, please. 1 second.
I don't know anything about buying a vehicle from me.
Okay.
I got
All right.
hit.
Thank you. Do you have your case number, Mr. Browning? The old one?
No,
I missed the court date.
No, I don't, Your Honor. That was a few months ago. When I got the judgment, I don't have that information in front of me.
Talking about? I can't believe this.
It's the last judgment. The last time I went to court on this was I filed for the suit. He didn't show. Then he asked the judge to give him another option. He didn't show up for that. The judge said it was finalized.
I didn't know anything about the other option.
If both parties could just stop talking for a second, I'm just trying to figure out.
I apologize.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, because I will not preside over a case where Mr. Lewisell is filing a claim and saying that he is not even aware if this is the right individual to be suing, and then the defendant, Mr. Browning, telling me that I'm not the right person to be suing. That just seems like such a waste of judicial resources.
I understand.
Mr. Clerk, were you able to find the other matter? Yeah. Yes, please. 24S212. Okay, thank you.
I don't know what he's talking. He didn't buy a truck.
All right, let me pull this up.
I can just say I bought his car.
He's lying to me.
Okay, I can hear everything. If everyone could just please mute if they want to talk about stuff behind.
I'm sorry.
For a Ford Ranger pickup. Okay. I just think the other matter is completely distinct from this one. Mr. Lewisell, is Mr. Browning the right person to be suing? Because if he is not the individual who was driving or who hit you, why are we going to trial on this?
He took me to court for it because I kept asking him the guy's name that was driving his truck, and that's when he sent me to court for the accident. And he wouldn't give me the guy's name that was driving it. It was Mr. Browning's truck that rear-ended me, but it was a young man that was driving it. But he said he was a off-duty police officer or something.
I heard that, sir. I'm not talking about that. So you will be able to prove that it was Mr. Browning's truck that hit you?
Yeah, that's who sued me, yeah.
No. That's not what I'm talking about, Mr. Lewisell. If we go to trial on this, you will be able to prove that it was Mr. Browning's truck that hit you.
I don't, yeah, because he's the one that took me to court. Yeah. He took me to court for the accident.
No, he didn't. He took you to court for a truck.
I don't know nothing about that. That's something that I've never heard of. I don't know anything about buying a truck. And that's somebody lying. Nobody bought a truck from me.
Deal was for merch digs in track for a Ford Ranger pickup. I can't really read your writing, Mr. Browning.
I've
Deal
never
with
owned a Ford Ranger.
merchandise in truck for a Ford Ranger pickup. Is that what it says?
It says he was given merchandise in trade for a truck.
Okay.
No.
He received all the merchandise, truckloads of it, and then when it came
What is
time
your
to get the truck, he had every
I
excuse
bought
why I
all
couldn't
that
pick it
stuff
up.
from you.
I never
Are
received
you
the truck,
serious?
and that's when I filed the court case.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
You're lying out your ass, mister.
Okay, please don't talk like that.
I
This is the courtroom.
apologize. I apologize.
All right. I
He's
cannot set this
lying.
for trial yet, Mr.
This is
Louisel, because
ridiculous.
you did not submit an affidavit of service. We will set this over for 2 weeks until the 30th, July 30th. In that time, sir, you must file an affidavit of service or else this case will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have until July 30th, Mr. Browning, Mr. Louisel. We will be present at 11:30 in this courtroom, July 30th. On that date, Mr. Louisel, I must have an affidavit or a proof of service filed with the court so that we may proceed, okay?
And can I come in person, like in the courtroom?
There is no personal courtroom. This is via Zoom right now, sir.
Okay. All right then.
Okay. Please file that documentation. I will see everyone back on the 30th
Okay.
at
Let me write
11:30
that down
a.m.
one more time. Can you give me the name of what I have to file for?
Proof of service or affidavit of service.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. See you on the 30th, both parties.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my Lord. Hold on one moment. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't have anything set up here. Everything's all wrong. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Hey, I know what I can do. I can do this. While that's happening, figure out what happened. Is that right? That's right. Hey, look at that. That's how that happens. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. It was one of those days, right? It was one of those days where, you thought nothing else crazy could happen, and you started working on things, let yourself get a little bit distracted, and wow, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that happens. That's how it goes. That's the life of real life court reporting on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, that was probably one of the more interesting cases of the day all the way around. And we're definitely have to set our reminders for July 30th, right? That's my opinion. That's going to be an interesting case. And if Judge Sanders doesn't call in sick on that day, she's a brave woman. She's a brave woman. That's all I can say. I don't think she will, though. I think she'll be facing it. I think that case will get dropped, dismissed. I think somehow before it even gets trial date, she'll figure out some way to have it dismissed. Or if they show up and proof of service hasn't been rendered, then, you know, dismissed. Like, subscribe, go back up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. We do this every single night of the week where we have a little premiere. We watch the court dockets of the day and we talk about it and chat and have fun. Then every so often I get crazy and I have these weird little live streams late at night where we'll watch stuff live and y'all comment on it and then I'll drop a video on it later. Thank you all for help. Not a lot. Channel out tremendously. One day I'll need this video. I'll drop it. It'll be there and we'll all laugh over and over and over again. Not only at the video, but our comments in the moment. We'll remember, hey, I remember that night, late night, quick surprise live stream where we all got together and watched this. Hey, that's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your Lone Wolf Oozle. I'm your host for this here live stream. I'm your curator for this here channel. And I want to say good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Go back up tomorrow night. We'll do it all again. I can't promise another live stream, but you know, we'll do what we do. You never tell what's going to happen. It's going to be Thursday, for God's sake. It's PC Thursday with Simpson. You know how that goes, right? Don't know how that goes. Tune in tomorrow. Probably see. Later, guys. I'll see you. I'm out. You know, I'm thinking to myself, if I don't hit stop stream, then Rhonda and the rest of them who hang out and try and let the chat go as long as they can, they'll like never have the chat. Just 2 minutes will never roll. And I'm thinking to myself, what happens if I just do something like this? That would just be me. Technically, this song by itself is 2 minutes long. So, Rhonda, about that weather, how's the weather looking tonight? It rained here. It got really, really stormy during the premiere and the lightning. I thought I was going to lose internet. That was a thing. I agree with you, Bermeticus. It is actually awesome. Here, I'll bring chat back up. Here, I'll change this over to show. Where's that? No, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Little playlist there, ladies and gentlemen. It's a whole playlist. It's not just one song. Tomorrow is just basically a remake day for everyone when it comes to weather. Okay. Am I driving everybody crazy now? Is everybody sufficiently insane? There's officially only like 15 of us left in it. We ran everybody else up. Rhonda, I'm in so many other Discords. I don't want the responsibility of running my own server that just will, kind of fester. I barely have time to look at the ones that I'm in. That's the only reason I don't have like my own Discord. I just, Discord community is a whole thing. I struggle to I struggle with the whole community thing within the atmosphere of YouTube. Discord is a whole nother world. I participate. I'm in Mike's Discord. I think I'm in Ryan's Discord. I know you're moderator in what, 50 of them? Wait, why is this not? Take a moment to get through. Rhonda and AI? I accused Rhonda one time of being y'all bot. Which everybody kind of laughs at me. Okay, tell me, is y'all bot supposed to be a male voice? Because to my ears, it kind of sounds like a southern female voice. I'm just nuts like that. No, I'm not crazy. Y'all bot is supposed to be female. Okay, good. Night Talking is next, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Will this be the last song? Is this the last song? I don't know. I'm just being kind of crazy now. Surprise, Crazy Cat. So, I'll fill you in on what's happening, Crazy Cat. I was just sitting around. We do it classic style. I'm just sitting around thinking to myself, Ron and everybody likes to sit and chat. They stay in chat until chat kicks them. And as I was pondering this, I was thinking to myself, technically chat doesn't stop until I stop the stream. So here we are with my my live stream playlist from Epidemic Sounds, playing all my classic tunes that I play for various live streams all the time. And I'm holding the chat open, but all the 15 people who are hanging out. And we're chatting. And we're just hanging. Because that's what we can do. It's live. We can do it. Talking about this might be the last. But since Crazy Cat was doing clothes, as you can see, I have quite a bit left in this playlist. And the next song just happens to be a pretty badass song itself. All right. Thank you, Charizard. Thank you. You have a great evening too. Come back and hang out with us. We don't do this I don't do this every stream. This is not a normal thing. Not a normal thing at all. I'm just chilling. We're just kind of having fun with it. Yeah, that last case. Oh my. Those guys need to relax. Washington State, for God's sakes. We know they can relax. Rhonda, I've had a couple of mods bots. I don't know. I think there's a silent bot still running in the background somewhere here. Bromidicus, I don't know. It all sounded like a bunch of crazy crap. Silent bot. Basically a web service that runs in the background that points towards my YouTube channel that gives me the ability to do silent moderation, automated moderation for live streams. Basically skims for things like unwanted postings. Rhonda would know what I'm talking about. Very formulaic stuff. It's one phase in defending against the unwanted postings. The other defense is of the 5-minute subscriber chat. It's not just bots, because there's, I don't know, I guess there's smarter bots. I think there's actually some humans that get into it, but human interaction. But yeah. I'm not sure what Wolfbot would announce. We're not exactly doing the weather over here. This is very true, Rhonda. If I ever get to the point where I'm dealing with that many people, 1,000 people in chat at a time, I think the CourtTube community has a bigger discussion happening around it. I'm not sure. I can't foresee a day when a CourtTuber might have, you know, like a Charlie-sized stream. I'm not penguins that you know? For that matter, I'm not right. Anywhere close to it. I've got my little service that I perform, but it's nowhere close to something like what a professional like Ryan's putting off for his people. Oh, you're talking about a Discord bot. Oh. Yeah, okay. Well, Rhonda, we can all hope. Everybody needs a little wolf in their life, in my opinion. A little wolf, a little screen, a little device, playing a little court TV for them. That's my argument, and I'm sticking to it. I kind of like that permit, because look what the wolf dragged in. This is funny. I'm pretty positive there have been people who have left and now have come back, and they're sitting in their chair and they're like, what the hell is going on? They're still here. They're still doing it. It's still going. This should have ended 20 minutes ago. At least 20 minutes. Rhonda, just from that description, I imagine your command center is a lot more detailed than what I have. You know, Marty, I understand why she probably does not have a KVM switch. I get it. I understand. I have literally done similar. When you have that many screens, you actually want to have different keyboards for different screens. It even gets to the point where you'll face the keyboard towards the screen that it operates with. It probably sits where it's all surrounding her at almost a 360 degree. You know, I'm visioning. Trying to picture what Rhonda's got going. She's probably got stuff all around her. 360. She's got a little narrow walkway to get out of the command center. She probably has a whole panel of internal cameras that allow her to see what's going on around her home without actually needing to leave the command. Well, yeah, I mean, it's in the stream. It's on the big screen right there. Anybody who's watching it can see the chat. Just kind of scroll through, right? That's kind of how it works. come on, Rhonda, you gotta get the whole CCTV going on. You need to give the Chinese a way to be able to spy in here. I have no fewer than 5. All of them Taiwan made, something like that, you know. Web-based. Upload all of the video and still images to a server away from the house. So even if somebody like sneaks up and breaks the camera, like picture will get to the network, or they have a chance. You know. I'm a big old nerd. I do big old nerd thing. Like, with big old nerd cameras. Ryan Hall, y'all. Three songs left in the playlist. My lord, people. 3 songs. I don't know why I'm typing. I literally have a microphone sitting here in front of me. I'm sure his servers are not for storage. I don't know though. Oh my lord. We're back to the beginning. Do we do this? 2 more songs? Swag On by Marty Riddle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the last song of the evening. I'm not playing anymore after this. We're not going back. This is actually it. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hanging out with me. Rhonda, Hermeticus, Crazy Cat. This has been amazing. We stretched what legitimately should have been a 20-minute stream into an hour stream. But if you've ever wanted to just kind of hang out and listen to my little musical playlist with a bunch of songs back to back, hey, this has been the night for it, right? That's what we've been doing here for the last half hour, listening to a playlist that I've had set up now for a couple of years that I use for pretty much all my live streams. These are the songs I pick from when I'm thinking to myself, what am I gonna put in there? That's where I'm going. Epidemic Sounds, ladies and gentlemen. Subscription service, but it's worth it. It's fun. It's got some great music. What can I say? Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna turn this up and we're gonna play out. I'm killing the stream when this is done, ladies and gentlemen. Rhonda, Hermeticus, living like a cat, loving like that. Love all you guys. We'll talk to you later.